SOMAFCO Startup Legends Bootcamp. We've identified 14 entrepreneurs from which we'll select 8 who will go with us to Tanzania after they've done some pitches. Here, the bootcamp entails also business analysts, experts assisting the entrepreneurs who we have identified to improve their pitches, to think about their businesses more carefully. We've been supported by Africa-wide consultancy in terms of content as well. We've got our partners, Regenesis Business School is here, and we're backed by NYDA, Department of Arts and Culture.
Firstly, my name is Onachi September. I'm from AfriX, an educational technology startup, and I got here about SOMAFCO through friends at Barclays. Expectations from the competition. Firstly, to learn about different financial models, specifically from a starting up perspective, because you go around getting this type of competitions or institutions that are assisting startups, and you find different perspectives on how to do your financial model. So I think that's for me, that's like one of the key lessons that I'm looking forward to.
I'm from Skukune district in Limpopo province. My startup project is Taps Foodies, which is a food brand that I really want to grow into, wherein I would like to see majority of the food that our people eat being supplied by the local people. My expectation primarily is to fine-tune my idea, just to ensure that the idea is relevant, it's got the necessary traction and potential. It will also be market ready by the time I leave here, because obviously there's lots of lessons that I'm looking forward to learn.
It's been awesome. It's been fantastic. It's great to know that there's people out there just like you, and they have the same concerns, the same challenges as well. And I guess once you sit with other people in the room and you brainstorm and you sort of discuss, a lot of your questions that you had before are really answered in a way as well. Started off, we actually want that exposure, that experience as well, to be part of something that means something at the end of the day, because from a youth perspective, we really want to upskill the community that we live in, from a skills development point of view as well. I started off as an apprentice, an artisan, so skills development is very important as well, so to grow the company, the economy, South Africa as a whole, we joined this, yeah.
We're facing 52% youth unemployment rate. The government and society is generally concerned about what that means. If you look at the Arab Spring and the general unrest that takes place, it's all hands on deck to try address the issue of unemployment. But it's also important that we conscientize people about the kind of society that we want. So social entrepreneurship is one of the big things that's most relevant to South Africa. We have decided that we can link up our heritage to impart these skills or this knowledge about how to serve society in a sustainable way, and also identify entrepreneurs so that, or take entrepreneurs so that we're able to impart that knowledge to people who are going to be inspired. Really a nice ingredient of individuals who are going to be going to Tanzania and engaging with Tanzanian youth as well, and engaging amongst themselves.
Being here was a wonderful experience, and it has been an interesting opportunity. I've learned a lot of things that I thought I knew about entrepreneurship and business, and I realized that I knew way too little than I thought I did. And I learned a lot, and not only from the speakers but from other entrepreneurs as well. Whenever we get a chance to speak and exchange ideas and advices. So I didn't only learn from the speakers. I learned how to manage my finances. I learned how to be, to make sure that your business is registered under the correct authorities, like SARS and CIPRO and all, to make sure that you are actually in alignment with what the government requires in terms of business. So all those things, sort of like a copyright. I learned a lot about copyright that I didn't know, because it's also in line with the line of business that I do. I have realized that each and every person has a story to tell. To prove that, all the colleagues that I've met here, here at this boot camp, a lot of them have actually approached me and they told me about the stories that they have been wanting to tell.
I've learned a lot. Honestly, I think the next one should be over 3 days. All the experts that came here were insightful, from the panelists, the business analysts, all the way to the speakers that were giving topics from novelty protection. You know, how do you cover your idea? How do you copyright? How do you patent? What is trademarking and how do you go about it? We had people coming to talk about regulations and compliance, which is a lot of the times we as entrepreneurs, we tend to miss that. You know, you tend to forget about tax. You tend to forget about pay-as-you-earn tax, you know, and that was very, very insightful and made us aware of things that we were not aware of. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mzwandile Ma'au, and I'm an industrial engineering graduate from the University of Pretoria. I'm currently 25% away from completing my engineering technology management degree as well. Currently, I'm employed as a solutions engineer for a multinational supply chain company, but that is not what I'm here to talk to you about today. I want to ask you, and I want to put it out there very clearly, would you invest in a company where you don't know how much they're making, how often they're making that money, and how much return you are going to expect at the end of your investment?
With the 2 days which I spent here, I think that was a lifetime investment in my business. Because there are a lot of things which I didn't know, or a lot of things which I thought I know. But with the expertise being here, having a mentor, having to discuss, pitching to so many people, it gave me such an experience where I feel that there's still a lot of work which I still need to do, and it will really help me to grow my business.